Hi, everybody. This is Jenny Lee Secon from Joyful Journey Coaching, and I'm with my colleague, Nicole Thiel from Turning Point Chinese Medicine Center. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Jenny.
Yeah, welcome. So, this is our new episode of our Soulful Woman's Journey video series. Nicole and I have started talking regarding self compassion for 2 times with the previous topics. So, today we will talk about working with loneliness and uncertainty in COVID time. Right now, we know, everybody knows this is such a year, and it is the holiday season, Christmas, New Year's coming, and it's actually full of joy and, warm family. But since this is such a special period of time, so not exactly we are with our families and have the connection. So we found in different places in the whole world and in the state, some area they are locked down, some area they are not, but overall we are experiencing such a lot of disconnection, loneliness, uncertainty. So that's for everybody, for us too. So we really love to, share something from our working experiences and also our own story. So we will today take a closer look to understand about loneliness, uncertainty, and then we will share some ways to work on that, how to just trust, stay at the present moment or so. So, Nicole, do you like to, start from, your sharing of the current situation? Especially, we could start right away talking about the loneliness.
Sure. I think that the double whammy, so to speak, of COVID, which is ongoing, and I'm in sunny California, where we are currently in lockdown, and that the other half of that whammy is that in the holiday time we really want to be together with our family and our friends. And in this situation, we can't, accept, which makes it extremely, it feels painful. It feels like a limitation. And it is. And at the same time, if we look at loneliness, it has a quality of separation, that is separated from, in our minds, we and our hearts, we feel like we're separated, we're isolated. And we are, in terms of traditional interaction and the hugs and the kisses and the warmth, and that the separation of our senses of touch. And so it demands on us to come to terms with uniting our hearts, our minds, our spirits internally first, to realize we're no less whole than we were before COVID, that we still have that ability, and that we actually have a possibility to connect not only to our internal community, of really uniting our purpose and our intention inwardly, but also how we can manifest that outwardly. And although it takes a lot of more work, Zooms and telephone calls, which is different from the sweet caress of meeting, And at the same time, for me, on a personal level, I have been able to connect even more deeply to
Yes.
nature,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
nature.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's teaching me new rhythms and new ways of being and new connection that I really feel will continue
Yeah.
after this. So it's a time of gathering ourselves within ourselves and also of planting seeds for what will unfold. Do you have that experience?
Oh yeah, sure. So yeah, you shared actually for short several minutes, 3 minutes, I counted, actually covered quite some information, plenty of information. So I love to really break down a little bit so that we can share with our audience in a bit more details about loneliness, because you shared about the separation, and you mentioned something like in the community or so. I guess that concept we're going to take another time to talk about more. So it's really because take looking at this concept, the word loneliness closely, it's actually the missing, or the absence of the support you mentioned just now, the support
Right.
at all levels, physically, because we don't have people stay with us, no visiting or whatever. So but for some others could be a lot of emotional support. For some people, maybe they could even traditionally, when they stay with their family members, maybe they still don't really feel connected. They could still feel like separated or lonely or whatever. So it's really a lot to do with emotional support, the emotional connection, if that's the part that's missing. And also a lot of fear it's going on about the loneliness, uncertainty, unknown. So because of the fear, actually, if we don't have the the spiritual support, it really gives us the feeling of feeling protected, feeling secure, feeling no matter what, you are loved. So the universe is backing us up. Everybody can say it easily, but do we really feel it? So it's really kind of spiritual connection if you are really connected spiritually. So with that missing and absence about of these kind of supports at all levels, and
Yeah.
then yeah,
And
we are disconnected with our whole all parts of us. You call this internal community. So that's
yeah,
what I love to interpret a little bit. We have our whole self, all parts of us at different levels as our internal community. If we don't connect with this all parts internal community, then we are disconnected and we are separated. So I
it's
guess,
really
yeah,
true. And
yeah,
I
that's what
think
you shared.
that here is what I really also feel in getting down into the messy nitty gritty here
Yes.
is that for people that it's not just emotions or
Hmm.
feelings, it's also belief.
Yes.
It's like every holiday, there's this expectation that everybody should come together. It should be cheerful. It has a lot of shoulds
Oh
surrounding
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
And
Yes.
people become disappointed
Yes.
when you add the uncertainty of COVID and the fear because it looks different.
Yes.
It is different. It's not
Yes.
like
Yes, it is. Yes, it's true.
it's different. And
Yeah.
because of that difference, we start to doubt
Yeah.
and we feel more separated. You know,
Yes.
it's like
Yes. Oh,
this
definitely.
person should have responded this way,
Yes. 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 Yes.
and I expect this to happen. Well, that's a belief system.
Yeah.
You know,
But
it's like,
yeah.
so that is the reason where that you've been pointing to in your eloquent description that you have to come home to yourself and join from a deep ground of spirit, of heart connection, of acceptance, of
Yes.
allowing and giving ourselves a break. In
Yes.
terms of
Yes.
self
Yes.
compassion,
Yes.
we
Yes.
acknowledge that, wow, this
Yes.
is new. This is
Yes.
different. This
Yeah.
is scary.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yeah.
we allow for that.
Yes. Yeah.
And then, you know, because we can't move through it until we recognize it.
Yeah.
And
Otherwise, yeah.
then, in terms of moving through it,
Yeah.
we have to go, wow, you know, yes, it's different.
Yeah.
I feel different inside. The people around me feel different. You know, going outside, um, it's different.
Yeah. Oh, it's different. No, not normal anymore. It's new normal. What is new normal? When it will be the new normal settled or whatever. It's all expectation, right? Expectation or whatever. So if we really feel like, oh, it's just so different, you see, because of this and that, and we are actually kind of telling ourselves unconsciously, just like you said,
And
the belief
consciously.
unconsciously. It's almost like, you see, just because of this, of course, we should have the reason to be unhappy, to be separated or whatever, lonely, feeling lonely, whatever. Now it's like loneliness, it should be the normal now. No, it's not. The new normal, we could still, how to reconnect so that, use your word, accept, and then we can meet this unknown and
Beautiful. We
uncertainty.
can meet it.
Yes.
We can meet it through a deep connection
Yeah.
internally. And I'm going to start stressing that word connection.
Yes. But before that, let me just, meet this, confront this unknown, uncertainty, and unwanted stuff, no matter it's feeling, physical symptom, whatever fear, instead of pushing it away, trying
Or
to
running.
avoid, trying to
Yeah.
avoid, trying to fight against unconsciously. So that way, you just cannot push it away because it's here. We are all in it, and we have nowhere to go, but we could embrace. So go ahead. You definitely, yeah,
We can
have
work
a lot
with
to
it.
share. Yeah.
We can really go inside and accept and allow for discomfort and stay with it. And that actually becomes a way to connect because other people are also experiencing
Yeah.
this discomfort, this raw tenderness of uncertainty and of things unknown, and that there is no outcome that is fixed. And instead, you know, hey, Jenny, what can you do? Hey, Jenny, what can I do? How can we nurture one another, be compassionate and kind to not only ourselves, but to you and to me, so that we're able to create something new. And
Yes.
that is, I hope that that was clear, because that is the rhythm of change.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, that you have to be willing to see and recognize, oh, wow, not only is this really different, but I don't have a choice this time. You know, I cannot ignore it and I cannot run away from it. And it is not something that the universe is punishing me for. All of these things I've heard, you know, like, why is this so hard? I've said that myself recently. Why does it have to be so hard? And it was good to express that, to allow myself
Yes.
to really
Yes.
say that.
Be
And
real, be vulnerable. Yeah. So that we can let it out and release it.
yes, and
Yes.
then I was able to start really saying, is that true? Is it that hard?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, and really look at it. It's different. It is not what I expected.
Yes.
You know, it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
but and so it's, for me, I've discovered that both and is really an effective way to work, because it reflects, as I join my internal being, is that there are knotty places, you know, like knots. And there are wise places where it flows and things
Yeah.
are open,
Yes. Yes.
so that I can let go of naughty those naughty feelings, or, you know, when I start missing someone, I know how intense that feels, and I also know that somewhere inside of myself, very deeply, I know that although this um, COVID is evoking a lot of uncertainty, it opens new possibilities.
Yes. For sure.
And so I think that you and I both believe that the importance of gathering our inner community is to trust
Yes.
ourselves at a fundamental and deep level.
Yeah, yeah, talking about that, I definitely love to share, our talking, before we started this talking about the concept of trust, right? But yeah, before that, I like to also recap a little bit because of the current situation. Everybody has the expectation, the attachment of the outcome. So it's been long. We expected maybe weeks, months. Now it's almost 1 year and still doesn't see the end. And now you look back, if you really stay every day in those moments, thinking about when it's going to finish. So your focus, it's really, in that attachment, in that next moment, hoping it's changed. Tomorrow, if it's still not changing, and then we are upset again. So we extend our upset day by day. That way, you look back every day, you are not in your right now moment. Every day, you are trying to see, to attach to the tomorrow's outcome, which is out of our control. So that's
Oh,
why,
good
yeah.
point.
So, yeah.
Good
So that's,
point. Yes, it's like what you've described is the journey of hope and fear. you know, and the media doesn't help. Because
Yeah,
every day it announces, oh, well, we thought we were going to have vaccines by,
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
was going to be vaccinated by March. Now it's like,
Yes, yes, I know, I know.
it
Yeah.
keeps,
So
it
the
keeps going
expectation.
on and
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
So
attachment.
that makes us fearful. Oh my goodness. So what
Yeah.
does that mean? And as you said, we're not here.
Yes.
It's like
I yeah, I
we are
noticed.
we are caught by a thought,
Yes.
by the thought of hope and fear. I hope it'll be over
Yeah. So
yesterday,
yeah,
and I fear that it's going to be this way
yeah.
forever.
Yes, that way, we are out of the alignment, out of the connection to ourselves, to this present moment all the time. Just keep going, keep going. But now, when we can be aware of this pattern already, and since
Right.
this is out of our control, so why don't we just come back to this current moment? So, talking about trust, we share the concept. I really love to share with our audience here also. It's almost like, when I was a child, I watched, quite sometimes of these acrobat performance. Those
Oh
girls
yeah.
was let go by the guy on this end, and flying through to the other end will be caught by the guy on the side. But the moment when she was let go, and before that guy can catch her, so that moment, it's like she's in the middle of the air. And if she is like freaking out and doesn't trust or whatever, now what? I'm definitely got, drop down, whatever. So that doesn't help the situation. Why they could successfully do these performance, and really the whole team has the trust, especially the girl. The girl is us right now. So we are in this moment, like being let go from the old situation, old normal, and through to the new. The new normal hasn't come and settled yet. So we are in the middle of this uncertainty, which is actually the big transformation, transferring, because it's changing. We just cannot get rid
Oh,
of this change. We are in the middle.
transformation. So
Yes.
let me see. Let me just say it again. The trust is in the unknown itself,
Yes.
that it will go forward beneficially, or it
Yes.
will go forward.
Yes.
And that because in your example, three people showed up,
Hmm.
you know, but still the confidence to go forward. And so that begins at home, right?
Yes.
With
Yes.
ourselves. And then so we trust ourselves. We can offer that trust to others, even though we can't promise an outcome. And my example of that, and as you were talking, um, I play music, and as a performer, I improvise. And that means that it's never the same. It's never the same twice. And so it's a trust that I can let go, that I can make that expression in the moment and let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yes.
And I think that part of trust is to also let go with what doesn't serve us. Let it go or let it be. Because frankly, Jenny, I'm scared.
Yeah.
You're
Everybody.
scared.
If we are
We
human, we have the fear, yes, but how
And it's
we could,
legitimate.
yeah, how we could allow this, moment in the middle of transformation, that we can connect and let this, that's your word, right? Let this curse of the COVID turns out to be the blessings of the hidden golden opportunities. So,
Yes.
yeah, so this is really giving us the final point. So the timing is really, short. We are already, taking a bit longer time. But anyway, so this is the last point for today. It's like how to working on these, deal with the whole thing, the shift of the focus. If you put
Right.
your focus on the current situation, still not yet, and when, and it's the lonely and uncertain, then we already mentioned every day it will keep going. Then looking back, every moment you're not living your life. But how we can still live our life under this current situation, we shift our focus, see what we can do, what the resources we have, so with what we have to do what we can do. So the situation, opportunities happen, like, without our expectation. You mentioned your music, and you also mentioned that, you can start to explore more at a deeper level of your free style of even, composing the music, right? Yeah,
That's
so for
true.
me, yeah, so
That is
yeah,
and
yeah,
also that can be enriched with what I'm hearing from clients and from my friends, and I experience myself. It's
yes,
like
yes, yeah.
we could call it open sky.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
other words, you
So you
walk
you don't
outside
know.
your
Yeah. Yeah. Only if we can let go of our own limit. Don't use our limit to limit the unlimited, and then the opportunities are there. Just like you, I will not share the whole story, but I love music, I love singing too, and I didn't have time to do in-person training, rehearsal, everything. But now this year I had a bit more time. I said I still miss that. This is really my core, my passion. Also, other than my healing work, coaching work, I started to have this in mind. And then information just came to me one day accidentally. I landed down on internet, found meetup. I said, yeah, maybe I can look for something. And that's what I found. I found an online, you know, the chorus singing group. Now I joined, and we connected in different ways. It's weird saying chorus, by Zoom or whatever, but we created the new way and connect, and I joined the singing. Still I can do it. I send the recorded things to others to join the choir. We put them together, whatever. It could be creative, your way, everybody's way. So no matter it's natural, you said natural, animal, singing, cooking, and whatever. So
well,
all the
the open
opportunity.
sky.
Yes.
One of the things that nature teaches us, and I just got a message this morning, is you go out and you look at the blue sky, and you're part of that. I
Yes.
belong with that blue sky, and it
Yes. Yes.
gifts me.
Yes.
And
Definitely.
I would miss that. It's not like when I brought up that it's not only that we're human, it's that the fear of I don't want, I participate in lockdown because I want to, uh, don't want to hurt other people, don't want to have them sick. And that is a real fear, but you can put it in perspective so that it's like, I know why I'm following this. That is a reasonable fear. I let it be. I let it be and go on into the next moment with my life.
Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned, release. And when we release the real feelings, and then we got kicked back to the neutral state, and the situation actually tells us the truth. It's not that bad. Like tomorrow, I'm going to whatever bad thing's gonna happen, right? So that's the thing. Shift our focus, and then the new door, the big door will open, and we look at our whole situation differently. So today the time is up. Originally we planned to do some demonstration of the exercises or so. I don't think we have time, but I would love to share this here. Next time when we do our video, we will embrace those kind of exercise. We will start maybe the beginning centering exercise and ending with grounding one, so that you can experience the practice the shared exercises from us, where we shared with others, did really well. And also you have this concept and the intention, keep practicing. Oh, some people mentioned in our first two videos, we mentioned our video of practice, but we maybe forgot to put it out there, or some people didn't notice, they could not find. And this video, when we put it out there, definitely we will add link in our description area, so you will find it. Go ahead to follow along, do the breathing, centering exercises, and let us know your experience, your feedback. And let us know if you cannot find it, you have any questions. We will come back to share more about this internal community and external community, how to connect with others. And one video, one talk, definitely we want to talk about fear, how to let go of the fear, release, so that it's shift to the safety. And
In the
yeah,
container of self-compassion.
yeah, it's
How
all,
self-compassion
yeah,
really
yes, it's,
nurtures the
yes,
ways to
yes,
transform,
yes,
to let go of what the fear that needs to be let go of, to
yeah,
put it aside or let
yes,
it
yes,
be.
yes, yeah.
And
It's all around self-compassion. Yes.
right.
Yeah, so sorry, time is up, and it's always a bit longer than we expected, but hopefully, it helps you a bit if you're watching or watch later. And whatever, it's the Christmas and New Year season. Let us send our joy and our love to everybody.
To everyone.
Yes, and
And
share.
thank you for joining us.
Yes, really. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time. Bye for now.